Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how fast you progress after you get a tier because I've had some questions on that. How long does it take to get back? How long does it take to get to your next tier? So obviously the first tier is going to be a lot easier to get back to where you were because it's earlier in the game. But as you do more tiers, it does get harder to get back to where you were. So I recommend to make sure you have runes over the 1 in a million uh, chance, so like universe, those runes will stay. And to make sure that you have the two middle gem upgrades as high as you can get them, because those ones actually stay when you do a tier. I'll show you really quickly. They stay. Everything else resets, auto stats, all the other gem upgrades, everything resets. So usually what I recommend doing is going straight for tokens and getting your token upgrades back up. Just kind of going down, buying as much as you can, and then start working on gem upgrades as you go through. So I'm going to quickly show you how fast it is to get through all this. So first rank usually is, immediate because your stat boost is so high. And then it's kind of just going through there. Getting the most annoying part is just running around, so make sure you have your speed upgrade as high as you can get it. And then just start buying auto stats as well. I recommend to do that. And once you get here, this is where things start to slow down. Not here. After you get through desert, that's where things start to slow down. It takes, oh, I forgot to grind money. No. I always recommend grinding money in the mine before you do a tier, because you do keep money between tiers, because it does, for whatever reason, it doesn't reset that. So just keep on going through here, buying auto stats, and then doing ranks. Just like that, and then here. And then while you're going through, do some of this, get some of these earlier runes, just because the Saharic doesn't stay, and it's nice to have that aqua gain. And another thing you can do is going here into the mine, and just getting a couple of these mine runes here, because they do some pretty good boosts for early desert area. And then the last rune, I don't know what the last rune does. And then you could also, if you're starting to struggle in space, to get out of space, Ghost helps a lot, but that's the last rune, so make sure you have some cash ready for that. And then you can buy some of these because they boost snow area. And Dynamite does boost early space area, but you really don't need boost for that. And then basically it's just running through, getting your upgrades, getting your auto stats until you get back to space is usually when it starts to slow down. That's when the ranks become more expensive and artifacts and stuff start to cost more. And then once you get to that point, what I recommend doing is grinding Snow Rune for snowboards to get that token multiplier. Because you can get it to over like 15,000 and stuff. And Yeti's not bad, it gives decent, but you can get that from Super Volcano and stuff. So yeah, just make sure if you're starting to struggle with tokens, grind snowboards because they can get you a ton of tokens. I'll just quickly just keep running through the game. Pretty fast usually if you know what you're doing. If you're farther in on the tiers especially, because once you get the farther tiers, they start to give a much higher boost, and if you have a good passive, even better. But I just rolled like 4,000 token keys, and I didn't get anything past. I was keeping like I think the Angel, Eye, and Dragon Rune are already passive, and I couldn't get any of them in 4,000. So I need to spend the last 8,000 that I have. I'll just go get some really quick. Get some tropical. And you don't have to do just auto stats. You can go back and get some other stats. But once you get to snow, that's when I recommend to start buying some artifacts, getting some more runes, because that's when things start to slow down, especially with the Arctic. That takes a while, but usually it's not too bad to get through. Um, Really, the hardest area to get through is space, and that's really just knowing what to grind, and you can get through that easily. But then, I mean, a volcano is just incredibly hard to get through. You need a good passive, a ton of runes, a ton of tokens. You need everything to get through that area. So basically, when you get to snow, just come right over here and start getting some of these, because look at how fast that snowboard token multiplier goes up. That's huge. And then later on, you get the Arctic boost from Yeti, and then Frost and Glacial stuff from those earlier ones. But just do this for a couple minutes, and then you can see how fast, I mean, how much Glacial I'm getting already, how much snow I'm getting. And then if you grind Yeti early, you'll have a huge Arctic boost. But I'll just quickly keep on running through. You really don't need to get artifacts, but it's still not a bad idea. Oh, I don't have auto snow game. Just gonna quickly get a billion tokens. So yeah, it's just make sure you're doing your ranks when you can get them, which I'm actually really close to getting my next one. Make sure you grind cash and runes before you do a tier, so that way you have that little extra token boost to start. Make sure you get these two upgrades as high as you can get them, and then just, I mean, know what to grind. That's the biggest thing. If you don't know what to grind, it's going to take even longer to get through. But, I mean, it is incredibly fast to get through the game after you do a tier. Excuse me. So you'll see, like, I'm not even using artifacts, and I'm getting more ice than most people do with artifacts. But, I mean, it's not too challenging to get back up to where you were for the earlier tiers, but once it gets to the later tiers, it is much more challenging to get back to where you were. But either way, it is definitely worth doing tiers, because you'll go from getting, like, for me, I was getting 350 quintillion creators for the max button in Volcano World, and now I think I can get probably somewhere around 1SX, but it's still gonna take forever to get through there, because you need SP to get through. I mean, that's just a pain to grind. So yeah, I mean, that's how fast it is to get through. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you have any video ideas. I'm kind of struggling to find out what to do videos on, but yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you found it helpful.